Hey Bougie click. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that many of us can relate to but rarely discuss openly, the unspoken rivalry, outshining your partner's family members. Have you ever felt the tension that arises when you find yourself perceived as more attractive than the women in your partner's family? It's a complex and uncomfortable dynamic that can leave you feeling like an outsider. In this video, we'll explore how these feelings manifest in family interactions, from passive-aggressive comments to outright hostility, and how you can navigate these tricky waters with confidence and grace. So, if you're ready to unravel this intricate web of emotions and learn how to shine your light without dimming others, stick around. Let's get into it.
I'ma make you a fan.
The unspoken rivalry, outshining your partner's family members. When women perceive another woman as more attractive, it can sometimes trigger a range of negative behaviors rooted in insecurity and jealousy. This can manifest in subtle ways, like backhanded compliments, exclusion from social activities, or spreading rumors. In more overt cases, it might involve direct criticism or attempts to undermine the other woman's confidence. These actions are often driven by a fear of being overshadowed and a desire to maintain social dominance. It's a reflection of societal pressures that pit women against each other, rather than encouraging mutual support and empowerment. When you marry or date into a family and happen to look better than the women in that family, it can stir up a whirlwind of emotions. The existing family members might feel threatened or insecure, leading to a range of reactions from subtle coldness to outright hostility. This is often rooted in a fear of being overshadowed and a desire to maintain their established roles and influence within the family. Their behavior can range from subtle to overt. You might notice passive-aggressive comments about your appearance or style, often disguised as advice or concern. They might exclude you from family activities or conversations, making you feel like an outsider. In more extreme cases, they could spread rumors or gossip about you, trying to undermine your relationship with your partner. When you enter into a relationship, it's not just about dating one individual, you're stepping into a whole new realm of family dynamics. Let's delve into this topic, shall we? The unseen rivalry. Families operate like complex ecosystems, and women within these families typically have defined roles and hierarchies. The arrival of an attractive newcomer can disrupt this delicate equilibrium. It's not merely about looks, it's about the perceived threat to their status and influence. You may find yourself on the receiving end of subtle, or not so subtle, comments and comparisons or overt hostility. It resembles an unacknowledged competition in which you were unaware you were a participant. Let's be honest, jealousy is a natural human sentiment. When you outshine the women in your partner's family, it can evoke feelings of insecurity and jealousy. They may feel eclipsed or worry that their own beauty is being measured against yours. Whispers start, comparisons are drawn, and suddenly, you find yourself unwittingly thrust into a silent rivalry. Let's delve into some scenarios. The family gathering. Imagine you're at a family gathering, and you walk in looking stunning. The women in your partner's family might exchange glances and whisper among themselves. You might overhear comments like, "She's trying too hard," or "I wonder how much time she spends on her appearance." They could compliment you, but it feels more like a backhanded remark, such as, "You look nice, I could never pull off such a bold look." The social media frenzy. You post a picture from a recent outing with your partner. The women in the family see the post and can't help but feel envious. They might start posting more pictures of themselves, trying to outshine you, or they could leave lukewarm comments under your post like, "Nice pic," without any genuine enthusiasm. Meanwhile, they might privately message each other criticizing your appearance or outfit. The shopping trip. You're invited to go shopping with your partner's sister and mother. During the trip, they might constantly compare their choices to yours, subtly trying to make you feel out of place. They might say things like, "I don't think that dress suits your body type," or "You should try something more conservative." The entire experience feels like a test, and you can't shake the feeling that they are judging your every move. At a family dinner, you notice the women making a point to serve themselves before you, subtly asserting dominance. They might engage in inside jokes or conversations, deliberately excluding you. If you try to join in, they might brush off your comments or change the topic quickly. They could also make pointed remarks about how your partner used to date someone more down to earth. The silent treatment: you attend a family event, and the women in the family give you the cold shoulder. They barely acknowledge your presence, and when they do, their responses are curt and disinterested. You try to make conversation, but it's clear that they are intentionally keeping their distance. This silent treatment can be emotionally draining and make you feel like an outsider. Navigating these scenarios requires a blend of grace, confidence, and resilience. Remember, their behavior is a reflection of their insecurities and not a judgment of your worth. Stand tall, be empathetic, and continue to shine. The instinct to protect. Families tend to be protective of their own, including their sense of identity and pride. When you outshine the women in your partner's family, it may feel like an encroachment on their territory. They might see you as a threat to their unity and traditions. This protective instinct can manifest in numerous ways, from cold receptions at family gatherings to attempts to undermine your relationship. In interracial relationships, this protectiveness can be intensified by cultural pride and a desire to maintain traditions. You represent a departure from their norm, and your attractiveness can feel like an additional invasion of their space. The significance of appearance. First and foremost, let's confront the obvious: appearance matters. Society has long valued looks, and while we'd like to believe that love transcends all, the reality is more nuanced. When you marry into a family, you're not just gaining a partner, you're entering a web of expectations, comparisons, and sometimes outright jealousy. If you show up at a family gathering looking fabulous, while the family members aren't quite at the same level, you may unintentionally become the focus of their insecurities. Cultural context and interracial relationships. Let's talk more about the racial dynamic. This dynamic can exacerbate the situation significantly. Families often hold traditional values and specific beauty standards rooted in their culture. When someone from outside that cultural framework enters, especially someone perceived as more attractive, it can stir a mix of emotions. Jealousy, resentment, and even disdain may simmer beneath the surface, making even the warmest family gatherings feel frosty. Jealousy is a deeply embedded human trait. In interracial relationships, this jealousy can be intensified by cultural and racial distinctions. When you appear more attractive than the women in your partner's family, it's a double-edged sword. Not only do you pose a threat based on beauty, but you also embody the unfamiliar and the other. This can heighten their insecurities and provoke a more defensive response. Historical context and attractiveness. Don't overlook the historical backdrop. Interracial relationships have often faced scrutiny and criticism. For some families, the idea of a partner from a different race can be contentious, regardless of how wonderful that partner may be. Introducing attractiveness into the equation can deepen the divide. The notion that someone from outside their cultural background might outshine the women in the family can be difficult to accept. Interracial relationships can highlight ingrained prejudices and biases. When you look more appealing than the women in your partner's family, these racial dynamics become more pronounced. The family may feel an unspoken pressure to maintain a facade of superiority or defend their cultural identity. Your beauty turns into a symbol of these broader tensions, and unfortunately, you may find yourself as the target of their discomfort. Beauty and the undermining beast. When you find yourself in a situation where you appear more attractive or put together than the women in the family you're marrying into or your boyfriend's relatives, it's essential to prepare for the possibility of experiencing some significant tension. This dynamic can often evoke feelings of jealousy and insecurity among these women, setting the stage for a variety of subtle yet harmful behaviors aimed at undermining your relationship. In an attempt to sow discord in your relationship, some family members might engage in gossip or spread rumors, subtly questioning your motives or compatibility with their loved one. They may constantly compare you to past partners or plant seeds of doubt in your partner's mind, suggesting that you are not the right fit for the family. It's all about maintaining their perceived dominance and dealing with their insecurities. This can create unnecessary strain and anxiety in your relationship, forcing you to navigate not only your partner's feelings but also the expectations and perceptions of their family. In such challenging circumstances, it's crucial to maintain open communication with your partner, reinforcing your bond and addressing any concerns that may arise from external influences. Establishing a united front can help counteract the negativity and ensure that the love and trust in your relationship remain strong in the face of adversity. Remember, their actions are a reflection of their own issues, not your worth. Stay confident and don't let their pettiness dim your shine. Here are some other ways they might undermine your relationship. Criticizing your choices, they could constantly criticize your decisions, from your fashion sense to your career choices, making you feel inadequate and causing friction between you and your partner. Exclusion from activities, they could deliberately exclude you from family events or gatherings, making you feel isolated and unwelcome, and causing strain on your relationship as you feel left out. Playing the victim, they could play the victim, acting as if your presence is causing them distress, and manipulating your partner into feeling guilty or responsible for their unhappiness. Navigating these tactics requires a blend of resilience, confidence, and open communication with your partner. Recognize these behaviors for what they are and stand firm in your worth. Love versus reality. You might wonder, isn't love meant to overcome all obstacles? Yes, in principle. However, the realities of life often suggest otherwise. Family members may not openly express their discontent, but subtle signs are often present. The way they scrutinize you, the hushed whispers that follow your arrival, and the forced smiles all indicate that not everyone is thrilled about your presence. Navigating family interactions. What can you do in this scenario? While you can't change how others feel, you can certainly manage your reactions. Confidence is essential. Embrace your beauty and don't let anyone dull your sparkle. Nurture your bond with your partner and the love you share, while remaining cognizant of the underlying dynamics. Establish boundaries, and if needed, have open conversations with your partner about managing family interactions. Recognize that the resistance you encounter is more about them than it is about you. Show empathy and understanding, but never compromise your self-worth. Building rapport with your partner's family requires time and patience. Take a genuine interest in their culture and traditions, while also honoring your own identity. It's a delicate balancing act, but one that can gradually shift skepticism into acceptance. Conclusion. Looking better than the women in your partner's family can be a double-edged sword. Although it may enhance your self-esteem, it can also stir a whirlwind of emotions and rivalries. Remember, it's not about dimming your light to appease others, it's about shining brightly while gracefully navigating the intricacies of family dynamics. Being perceived as more attractive than the women in your partner's family, especially in an interracial relationship, can provoke a storm of emotions and tensions. Yet, it's vital to remember that these reactions often stem from deep-seated insecurities and cultural dynamics. While love may be blind, families often have a keen eye for comparisons, especially regarding appearance. If you find yourself in an interracial relationship and are seen as the better-looking individual, it's crucial to understand the complexities that may arise. Celebrate your uniqueness, but be prepared for familial challenges that could emerge. Ultimately, love is a beautiful journey, but it's not without its bumps along the way. Shine confidently, navigate these complexities with grace, and assert your place with assurance. After all, your beauty is merely one aspect of the extraordinary person you are. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the unspoken rivalry that can arise when you shine brighter than the women in your partner's family. If you found this discussion insightful, please give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced similar situations? How did you navigate those challenging family dynamics? Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, where we explore relationships, social dynamics, and personal growth. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Remember, your journey is unique, and navigating through it with confidence and grace is key. Keep shining and see you in the next video. What do you think? Are unattractive in-laws jealous of you? Let me know in the comments section. Stay bougie. Follow and support me. All links in bio. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check description for more info. New episodes every day.